Good morning, good morning. It's Thursday, September 26th. Here's what we're working on so far this morning. Canada and its allies call for an immediate 21-day ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah.
Air Canada's luxury bus service continues to gain traction, offering rides from Hamilton to Pearson Airport.
And Curtis 50 Cent Jackson is producing a docu-series for Netflix about Sean Diddy Combs' allegations. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on Morning Live. It is bright and early. Good morning, Brian, Tim. I'm Emily. I'm in for Annette for the next couple of days.
Hello, Emily Taylor. I'm Brian Wood.
Morning.
Good morning. I'm in the fall sweater season.
Yes.
I see that.
But it's not really fall temperatures, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah,
actually,
it's quite nice.
right now we are double an overnight low for as far as a normal seasonal overnight low is concerned. 16 right
Is it
now.
really? Yeah, I'm walking out in a t-shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm not.
No,
we all know I'm always freezing. I'm wearing sweaters right now. But
yes, you and Emily V. Yeah, she freezes as well. So both of you are cold. But you know, a seasonal overnight low for this time of year is 8. Now that's where you start to go. Okay, yeah, it's getting into the fall season, but it's 16 right now. So we're looking at fairly mild conditions to start the day. Temperature today is going to climb into the 20s. So another mild day. That's above seasonal. 18 is a seasonal daytime high. So and we're going to see some sunshine today. We saw a little bit yesterday afternoon. Skies tried to clear, but we should have a mostly sunny sky today. Light winds, temperature about 23, humidex about 27. As I said, we're sitting at 16 right now. Talk about it coming up, looking at traffic this morning, getting you into this Thursday, the 26th of September. Nothing to see. 403 Waterdown Road, doing fine. Sun is a long way from coming up, so no problems with the sun in your eyes yet. MTO traffic cameras, we have one problem here. This is the QEW heading Toronto bound coming towards us. Now we're finally getting blocking vehicle here, just pulling up to the scene. As you can see, a couple of vehicles off on the left shoulder up against the wall there, center median. So now we've got the left shoulder, and now it is the left lane blocked, but still traffic is pretty light through here. So that's the only situation we have. Everything else is moving nicely. We'll look at weather and traffic in detail in a few minutes. Right now, the news.
Thanks, Brian. Canada is among 10 countries, plus the European Union, calling for an immediate 21-day ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah. A joint statement from the countries was negotiated on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly in New York. It calls the recent fighting intolerable and says it presents an unaccepted risk of broader war in the Middle East. It's hoped a 21-day ceasefire would allow for negotiations to lead to longer-term stability along the border between Israel and Lebanon. Meanwhile, Global Affairs Canada says it's in touch with the family of a husband and wife killed by an Israeli airstrike in Lebanon. Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly has identified the deceased couple as Hussein and Daad Tabaja. About 45,000 Canadian citizens remain in Lebanon.
I've been saying to Canadians in Lebanon to come back home. And I've been saying also to Canadians wanting to go to Lebanon, don't go. Why? Because as foreign minister, my priority is to make sure that Canadians are safe.
Israel's airstrikes in Lebanon Monday killed over 560 people and injured nearly 2,000, marking the deadliest attack since the 2006 war with Hezbollah. Back then, Canada evacuated over 14,000 citizens from Lebanon using 34 ships from Beirut and Tyre. At the time, an Israeli airstrike had destroyed runways at the Beirut airport, while land routes to neighboring countries were considered to not be safe. Evacuation cost Canada $94 million.
Okay, let's go to Ottawa now, because a much talked about Conservative motion trying to topple Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's government was defeated yesterday. Now, it was expected to fail, but the tense and heated moments during the non-confidence motions debate, that led to some surprising moments in the House. It came after Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre spoke about a luxury condo in New York City the Canadian government purchased to serve as Consul General Tom Clark's official residence. Well, Trudeau says a member of the Conservatives suggested he share a bathtub with Tom Clark.
Mr. Speaker, don't worry. On this side of the House, we're used to casual homophobic comments from the other side of the House.
I'll ask the Prime Minister to please withdraw that comment.
comment. I will happily withdraw my comment if the member who suggested that I was sharing a bathtub with Tom Clark stands up, takes responsibility for his...
So Trudeau did eventually withdraw his comments. After this, the Conservatives' non-confidence motion was shot down. However, they are planning to put forward 2 more non-confidence motions, one of which will be introduced today. Meanwhile, the Bloc Québécois is making clear its demands for continuing to support the minority Liberal government. The Bloc and NDP both voted against Conservative attempts to trigger an election. Bloc leader Yves-François Blanchet says the Liberals have until October 29th to pass 2 Bloc bills related to old age security and supply management. He says he'll start talking to other parties about toppling the government if the Liberals do not meet his deadline.
Closer to home, a bat found in Brantford has tested positive for rabies, and health officials are investigating a potential human exposure. The Brant County Health Unit says this is the first suspected human exposure to rabies this year in the area. The individual believed to have been bitten is not showing symptoms and is receiving rabies post-exposure treatment. The health unit says while the risk of rabies in Ontario remains low, it's crucial to stay cautious. Avoid touching wild animals, keep pets vaccinated, and call animal services at 311 if you find a bat in your home. Rabies can be deadly, but vaccination before symptoms appear is highly effective.
2 people are facing charges after OPP seized more than $250,000 worth of illegal cannabis. So the cannabis was sold from 2 stores in Niagara Falls. Police say these storefronts were not authorized by the Alcohol and Gaming Commission of Ontario to sell the pot. A 60-year-old woman from Port Colborne, a 39-year-old man from Toronto are facing multiple charges.
Air Canada's luxury bus service out of Hamilton International Airport has been operational for nearly 5 months, offering travelers a stress-free option to get from and to Toronto Pearson Airport. But some passengers are still wondering how it all works. So far, there have been 1,700 buses that have run both ways from Hamilton to Toronto. That's capacity for over 60,000 people. The bus is available at no additional cost to those using it. The bus is merely a connecting leg of the journey, but is included in the entire flight experience from the beginning. When you get to the Hamilton Airport, you check in for a normal flight, at which point you'll get a boarding pass for both the bus and the plane. There are 6 round-trip buses that leave from the airport daily, and if there are any delays, customers will be rebooked just like air-only travelers. Simone Gavros will join us in the next half hour with more. Hamilton's Black Forest Inn is reopening its doors this October. The Steeltown landmark has announced it was permanently closing until further notice earlier this month due to financial constraints. Then the restaurant posted on social media last night saying they'll be open for takeout next Thursday and dine-in the following week. Black Forest Inn thanked Kronbacher for sponsoring the brand new lounge menu that will be in addition to the classics. And they say there won't be any price increases. The German and Austrian restaurant has been a staple on King Street in Hamilton's International Village for 6 years.
All right, let's get into Sportsline on your Thursday. The only thing the Blue Jays can do at this point, with just a few days left in the season, is play spoiler to other teams, and they were able to do that down at the Dome last night.
Fly ball right field, he's hit it well, and it is gone!
Jonathan Clase coming over at the trade deadline. He got his first big league home run as a Blue Jay yesterday, and they avoided getting swept by the Boston Red Sox, also snapping a 5-game losing streak. There's Kevin Gausman in his final start of the season, which wasn't his best year, but did finish strong, only allowing a run in 6 innings of work. He finished the year with 14 wins and an ERA under 4 in his 3rd year as a Jay. Toronto takes it 6-1, officially eliminate the Red Sox from the playoffs. One more series to go against Miami starting tomorrow to end the year.
Yes, he does! Somebody alert NASA!
Yeah, another ALS team was eliminated yesterday. Tampa Bay Rays dominated by the Detroit Tigers, a team that has been on an impressive run towards the postseason. They hammered the Rays 7-1. They now have a magic number of 3 to make the playoffs for the first time since 2014. And listen, they were sellers at the trade deadline, but somehow got better and are on the brink of booking a wild card spot.
Working behind Boston. Clark for the lead.
To the WNBA playoffs, where phenom Caitlin Clark and her Indiana Fever were trying to stay alive. In Connecticut, as the opening round is only a best 2 out of 3. That triple by Clark put her Fever in the lead later in the fourth and part of 25 points in the night, but the Sun would lock in a spot in the second round with a late triple of their own. Clark's rookie season comes to an end, but what a year it was with increased attendance and viewership, and a lot of the credit of that has to go to Caitlin Clark. President's Cup gets underway a little bit later this morning from Royal Montreal, which pits the international golf world against the United States. And with the events being held in Canada, Mike Weir is the captain for the international team. 3 Canadians who will try and help the international squad overcome 9 straight losses in the biannual event. Today in the 4-ball event, Listowel's Corey Connors and Richmond Hill's Taylor Pendrith will be out there starting in the 4th and 5th grouping. Dundas native Mackenzie Hughes, he will not play today. He's going to have to wait to play tomorrow to get on the course. Play gets started at around 11:30 this morning. And it's a travel day for the Ticats as they head west to BC to get set for their matchup with the Lions tomorrow night in Vancouver. They hope to keep a solid push towards the playoffs alive, thanks in large part to their QB, Bo Levi Mitchell, who leads the league in passing, in touchdowns, in completions, and he credits most of that to one thing.
Confidence is a hell of a thing, right? Like when you have a team, a coach, organization, teammates, whatever it is that believe in you and are hyping you up. And that's not just like speaking about myself individually. That's any player. I think just these last, 3, 4, 5 weeks, whatever it's been, I felt, just locked in.
Yeah, it's been an impressive run after an injury-plagued first season with the Cats to see what Bo is doing this year. So the Ticats go for his 4th straight win against the Lions, who are coming off a bye week, and then a loss to the Argos, where neither quarterback Nathan Rourke or Vernon Adams Jr. look very good. Note the start time in this, baby. Kickoff, 10:30 local time.
6:12 is our time here on this Thursday morning, 26th of September. We'll check traffic first of all, then we'll get to the good news in the forecast. Looking at the 403 and Waterdown Road, we start with our exclusive camera. Nothing to see there. It's just normal volume for this time of the morning. MTO traffic cameras. How are things in St. Catharines? Here's the Garden City Skyway. That's the west camera, doing fine. Nothing at Nikola Tesla Boulevard still, east of Brant Street, so Toronto-bound lanes coming towards us on that camera. Looks good. Same with east of Royal Windsor, and good news as far as Etobicoke Creek is concerned. We had that problem off to the side coming towards us right up against the center median there, but that is now cleared, so things are much better through there. Look at this temperature that we have to start the morning here. All right, we're getting close to October. We figure an overnight low should be around 8. We're sitting at 16 right now. It is a mostly cloudy sky, winds are light. We still have that high relative humidity at 100%. Air quality risk for today is in the low risk category, no problems there. We've got that cold front going through, but the good news is to the west of us, that ridge of high pressure, that's going to start to move in. That's going to help to clear up the skies and give us the sunshine back for a couple of days after all the rain that we have. That's going to be the remnants of Helene, as you can see down, just glancing off the screen there, but it's going to bring in some cloud cover as we head through into the weekend. But today, enjoy the sunshine. Temperatures generally 23 degrees, right around a little cooler for Toronto, 22, but then you factor in the humidity, which is high. It'll feel like 27, still fairly comfortable. Tonight, it'll be cooler still. Temperatures anywhere from 9 to 10, 11, 12 degrees, even 8 for Guelph and Kitchener. Skies will be fairly clear to just a few clouds. And then tomorrow, temperatures 22 and 23. We'll start off with lots of sunshine, and then we'll start to see a little bit more cloud cover start to push in as the afternoon goes on, but still a lovely day tomorrow. So out the door on the 26th of September, it's mainly cloudy right now. That's a mild temperature to start the day at 16. Long range in a few minutes. Emily, Tim.
Thanks so much, Brian. All right, after the break, we're heading over to the couch for our first chit chat. Oh no, Emily Vukovic is going to come join us over here.
Yeah, we're going to do
We're
a little
not going
preview.
over there.
We're
She's
going to
coming over here.
because Emily is back from her vacation.
Perry
so
Sound.
interested to hear how that went. Some great segments over the past couple of days, so we'll check in with them. Also, in business news, if you're a regular Costco shopper, a good idea to check your fridge because there's another yogurt recall. We'll see you in 2.
All right, let's say good morning to Emily Vukovic, who's back from Perry Sound. How was it?
I wore my stretchy pants today.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
How many places did you go to?
8.
Woo.
Yeah, and you know what, guys? Like, I tried to be really good, and you know me, when I see food, I can't help myself. I had to restrain from eating every single meal at every single restaurant. I tried to only take like 5 or 6 bites at each one, but by the end of the day, I was like, oh.
Well, it's tough though, because like in a former life, I was doing your gig, and like you never want to be insulting to the place because they don't know that you're going to other spots. They like you're just
I had
there.
to tell them.
Yeah.
I was like, I just ate like so much schnitzel. I can't put another bite. But then I'd be like, oh, but it's freshly made homemade cabbage soup. Okay. Like I just rammed it in, and then I had a food baby, and like it was a thing.
Oh, look at the food baby. Great job. They looked a wonderful part of the province, so really nice.
It was beautiful, and Ontario travel was great, and Explorer's Edge was awesome, and yeah, we just had a great time.
And listen, it's Thursday for you.
I know. All of a sudden, it's almost the weekend.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, what are we talking in Chit Chat?
All right. Well, we're talking about 50 Cent, and he's coming out with a brand new Netflix docu-series all about Diddy. I feel like it was kind of in the works because, like, that was fast.
Yeah.
Very timely.
Okay, lots to discuss there.
Yeah, we'll unpack that a bit. Brad Pitt, somebody was, it was a Brad Pitt imposter saying they were him online. We'll discuss what happened.
It was not me.
Even though you think sometimes it is.
Were we worried about that? Was that a possibility?
Kind of
We'll
inside
fill you in,
story
Emily
we've talked
Taylor.
about it.
That's all I got for now, but we'll fill you in.
Okay, we'll see you in a little bit. Let's get into business news.
Starting with our numbers, our dollar is down 5 basis points. It's trading overseas at 74.23 cents U.S. Gold added over $8, and crude lost nearly $2, trading just under $68 U.S. a barrel. In midday European trading, markets up in London, Frankfurt, and Paris.
Off to Asia we go. Markets rallied with significant gains in Tokyo. Yowzers. Hong Kong and Shanghai also saw some positive gains and movement there. What about North American markets? Midday trading for midweek on Bay Street and Wall Street had some losses, some big losses for the Dow Jones, almost down 300 basis points, slight gains for the NASDAQ. Let's see how they do when markets open on this Thursday, September the 26th.
For the second time this month, Costco issued another yogurt recall in Canada. A notice on their website says Kirkland's Signature probiotic yogurt may contain yeast that could cause illness to individuals with a compromised immune system. The 24-pack of 100-gram serving was sold between September 3rd and 19th. Yogurt maker Danone Canada says the food safety risk is low since yeast doesn't grow in cold temperatures. Customers should check the best before dates of October 18th, 20th, or 22nd and throw out yogurt if it matches. Costco is offering full refunds.
This is not going to be a popular story because intensifying extreme weather due to climate change, it's really putting pressure on the global price of coffee. There is currently a drought in the world's 2 biggest producers of coffee. They are in Brazil and Vietnam. And research has shown extreme weather in those nations is intensifying due to climate change. So experts say future crops are in jeopardy, and the quality, availability, and price of coffee, that is going to be affected. Data from StatsCan shows the retail price of roasted or ground coffee has jumped up more than 23% over the last 4 years.
Meta has unveiled updates to its virtual reality headset and Ray-Ban smart glasses.
We are adding the ability for the glasses to help you remember things. So, if you're heading somewhere, no more forgetting where you parked. Now it'll just help you out with that. Your glasses have you covered, and they can also, remind you to pick up those avocados when you go to the store.
CEO Mark Zuckerberg showed off a prototype for holographic augmented reality glasses called Orion. He calls it the most advanced glasses the world has ever seen. Zuckerberg called the glasses, made of magnesium alloy and powered by custom Meta technology, allows users to interact using hand tracking and a neutral interface.
Okay, cool. What about Zuckerberg? He's got kind of a different look going there.
He's got the big t-shirt.
Yeah, big t-shirt, and then the hair's kind of growing out there.
He's looking youthful.
Oh, okay.
He's looking younger, I guess, than he was before.
Sure. All right.
Mark.
What these glasses do.
I'll take
all right.
it.
Supposedly we're getting sun today. Brian will be back to inform us after this.
Good morning. We've hit 624 on this Thursday morning, checking some of our MTO traffic cameras. The Thorold Tunnel, no problems here. That's the West Portal. It's doing fine. Really light volume so far, but getting busier now coming off the Skyway Bridge, coming down to North Shore Boulevard. That's the camera, well, they call it south of 2, but basically you're looking at North Shore heading around to Fairview, getting busy there. East of 4th Line, nothing to see. Sheridan, Toronto-bound lanes coming towards us on that one. Even the 403 all the way through Mississauga. It's pretty light so far today, so take it carefully, please. Look at the temperatures that we have at the moment. Now, you might go, okay, what's the big deal about 16? But the seasonal overnight low, and how we should start a morning, is around 8 degrees. So we're sitting at 16. Hamilton, Grimsby, Mississauga, even warmer for Toronto, sitting at 19 degrees right now. And those are our seasonal temperatures. 8 for the overnight low, 18 for the daytime high. Sun times and records for the day today. In the sunshine, by the way. Yes, we're going to have the sun. So for school today, first bell, we should be around 17 degrees, so a little bit of a gain there. And then 22 for after school and lovely sunshine for the day. So here's how the long range shapes up. 23 will be the high for the day today. Humidex of 27, so still a nice early autumn day. Sunshine 10 tonight, so a little bit cooler. Tomorrow 22, lovely sunshine. Later in the day, a little bit more cloud cover will start to move in as we get some showers settling in for the weekend. Now still slim chance Saturday and Sunday, 30% chance both days. Bit of sunshine back on Monday, the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation. October arrives on Tuesday. We get some showers to kick off the month. That's your forecast. Emily, Tim.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian. Before we get to the bottom of the clock, the Louisville Zoo introduced a new baby gorilla who has a foster mom to the public this week.
Abeo is a 1.5-year-old little baby gorilla. She's born at Seattle's Woodland Park Zoo. But her mom, who is a first-time mom, failed to bond with her. And a foster mom at that zoo also failed to bond with the baby. So officials turned to a foster in Louisville because she's already had a successful fostering for what is a now 8-year-old sub-adult gorilla. The pairing with a 40-year-old female gorilla called Quelly was successful this time. The baby and her foster mom are now on exhibit, as you can see here.
Yeah. That's fabulous. That's very appealing.
Oh, I was waiting for the pun. No gorilla pun, just a banana pun?
Now I got a dad joke. Where do gorillas work out?
I don't know.
The jungle gym.
Yeah.
We got to go?
We got to go. Okay. Yeah, it's time. That's the cane pulling you off.
I'll show myself out. And then come back for 6:30. See you then.